Hello folks, this is John Oakes again here with Hankster's Hot Rods in our Homer City location, our showroom here. Today we're going to go over our newest addition to our inventory, just ready for us here today. This is a 1966 Ford Mustang Coupe. Now this particular car here, as we go around, obviously I'm going to point out all the things that I normally do. We're going to check out the paint, all the panels, the fitment, the alignment, elevations, gaps, so forth like that, all the bright work, you know, glass, all those things. We're going to be inside the interior, checking that out, under the hood, in the trunk, but always keep in mind you can always go to our website at www.hanksters.com. You'll be able to check out upwards of about 100 photos of the car there, as well as this video that you're looking at. It will be there, and then as always, if there's ever any more photos, any other videos that you would like to have of this car to help you make your decision on purchasing your next muscle car or your next Ford Mustang in this case, definitely reach out to us by phone, either email or by text. Just let us know what it is you need. We'll be more than happy to go to work for you and get you exactly what it is that might be. So let's get back to our car here, and we're going to start obviously with the exterior color here. A nice burgundy color on this car. Now again, I have to be honest, I'm not much of a Ford Mustang guy, but this car here, it really does catch my eye here. It's a very nice addition to our inventory here. The burgundy exterior here, obviously you can see the I don't want to necessarily say tan, but it's more of a beige stripe on the bottom, the GT style stripe down there. That's going to help bring in the interior that we're going to take a look at here in just a little bit. But you're going to notice all the bright work on this car is in very nice shape. The bumpers front and rear, the chrome on it's in great shape, and we'll get closer to that as we come around the front and then the back as well. It does have the 289 front fender badges on it. Now just FYI, before we get there, it does not have a 289 in it. It's a 302, but we'll get to that here in just a moment. Wheels and tires, excellent looking set of wheels and tires for this particular car. We've got the chrome Mustang Magnum 500 style wheel. Those are 15-inch wheels, and the BFGoodrich Radial TAs, they're in the 205/60 R15 size. As far as the back side of the fender, we do have the Mustang low emblem here, along with Mustang as far as the text goes here on the back of the fender. There you see that stripe a little better, and you can see the nice polished up rocker trim there along the bottom of the rocker. As far as the doors go, like I said, all of your gaps, both to the front side and the back side, are very uniform. All of your body lines line up, and all the elevations are dead on this car. Your chrome door handles are in great condition. There's no pitting there. It does have just the driver's side mirror. I had to check on that real quick. The chrome finish on the mirror is in great shape. The glass is in great shape, and this is a remote mirror here, so you can adjust that from inside the car instead of having to roll the window down. As far as all of our glass, you can take a quick look at the windshield, and then we'll come around here to the vent window, the side glass, and the rear quarter glass, all of which is in great shape. There's no chips, cracks, or scratches to mention there. All of your trim along the windows, everywhere, all in great shape, as well as your drip rail moldings here too. Nice and straight, polished up really nice, looks good. And then I always feel through that rain gutter, that channel there, nice and smooth all the way around on that. No bubbles at all that I can feel. Let's open our door up. That way we get to take a look at this interior. Boy, I'll tell you what, I do love this interior on this car here. It's just a nice, classy or rich look to it. The black carpeting, the tan or the saddle colored upholstery on the seats, and you even see some of that over on the door panels there. Just a very nice looking color combination on this car. I love it. You'll see a little bit of wood grain there up on the dash for the glove box, and then over where your instrument instruments are, as well as the steering wheel. That is all factory instrumentation you see there. It does have air conditioning on it too. So those of you that are wondering about, you know, cruising around in the hot summer months, you're going to have relief from that in this car. It's got air conditioning. AM radio, the factory AM radio, the black dash pad. The upholstery in this car is immaculate. There's no rips or tears in it. You do have the front seat belts and the carpeting, no rips or tears there. And then also you'll see it does have the automatic floor shifter there right on the that center hump there, and that is for a C4 automatic transmission. As far as the rest of the things that we normally go over here, so as far as your weather stripping here around the top edge where your glass comes up against, your vertical quarter window seals, the U-jam seals here, even all of your weather stripping and seals around the door, the little rubber bump stops and everything is all in great shape on this car. Even the door threshold plates look good on this vehicle. Closes up nice and easy there, nice and tight too. Window all the way up and matches right up against all those seals there. You're not going to have any issues whatsoever as far as the outside elements. Rear glass, same thing, in great shape. No chips, cracks, or scratches. All of your bright work, the trim around the window, the molding, all fastened down the way it should be, and it looks great. Nice and straight, polished up really nice. Far as the trunk lid goes, since we're coming around the back side of the car now, trunk lid's adjusted very, very nice. Your gaps all the way around on that trunk lid look very good. As far as down here at the taillights, we'll go over these real quick. So your lenses here all look pretty good. I do see just a little itsy bitsy tiny like stress crack in there on the one side. This side is perfect. The bezels around those are in great shape too. Of course, you've got that nice Ford Mustang gas cap there, and as I mentioned before, those bumpers there, the rear one in great shape, no pitting, no scratches whatsoever. Down below, if we look, you've got your rear lower valance here, your backup lights are there, and also your exhaust tips are through there in the provisions provided in that rear lower valance. Now I do have the keys here. We're going to open this up, take a look at the inside of the trunk. So the key does work the lock. Obviously, the trunk spring itself holds the lid up as it should. The underside of that trunk lid, all done the same burgundy as the exterior of the car. You've got the little rubber bump stops here, so it sits down against those when it's closed. And all of your trunk weather stripping is in great shape all the way around. No rips or tears or chunks taken out of that. Everything's nice and soft and looks good. You even still have the spare tire and jack instructions and so forth, the decal for that up here. Inside the trunk, to go along with that, we do have a spare tire, and this is the exact same size tire that's on the rest of the car here, the BFGoodrich Radial TA 205/60 R15. You're also going to notice we've got a set of floor mats in here. These do go with the car. You've also got the bag right here that has the jack and the wheel lug wrench in it. And then this nice trunk mat in here. I'm not, well, let's see here. We'll see if we can pull this up just slightly, just to take a look at the interior of the trunk here. There we go, just a little bit there. Not going to really pull the whole thing up. Obviously, the spare tire is in there, but there you can see the very top of the fuel tank. It's in excellent condition. That is how those mount in these Mustangs. The actual trunk floor itself is in great shape too. As you can see, painted the same color as the rest of the car. We're going to go ahead and put this back down again as it should be. There we go. Again, as you can see, the interior of the trunk and everything is in excellent shape. Closes up nice and easy also. Like I said, nice tight gaps all the way around. I forgot to mention, but over here on this side, since we're here, as we look down the sides, that's one thing I always do kind of before I even start with the video. The sides on this car, nice and laser straight down both sides. You can maybe get a shot of that on the other side. And then we can come over to this side here also and take a look at that. Then, as we continue our walk around, you're just gonna, again, you'll see the condition of the wheels and tires on this side. Again, just all the same stuff here. You do have your trim on your quarter panels there. Again, all of your moldings, your drip rail moldings, all the trim around the windows, door handles, the rocker trim, all polished up nice and straight, looks good. All of your glass, no chips, cracks, or scratches there. Again, you'll see your gaps here on the back of your door. And up here at the front, again, all very uniform, elevations right on there, and you can see all your body lines all line up. As always, we'll take a look at the passenger side of the interior just so you get to see it from both sides. Again, nothing really here to be surprised about. Again, I believe this is, I think this is what they consider the pony interior when you have like the embossed, you know, the Mustang emblems and so forth on the seats. Of course, you've got those bench seats up front, or the bucket seats up front, bench in the back. Sorry about that. And then again, all of your weather stripping, your seals, everything on the car, just as nice as can be. Door weather stripping, the bump stops, everything like that, all in great shape. We'll close this side up. Okay, shuts very nice and easy there again. Like I said, I always check those rain gutters there. Those are nice and smooth on both sides. So body work on this car, very nice. Of course, you've got your fender mount antenna, the matching emblems down here on the back side of the front fender, as well as on the front side of the front fender with those 289 badges. And then that brings us to the front end of the car. So again, nice chrome front bumper here, no pitting, no scratches, polished up very nice. Of course, you do have some of that bright work, the trim right on the leading edge of the hood. You do have your Ford letters up here, F-O-R-D, and then you've got your steel hood here, stock hood, but you can see the gaps in the fitment of that hood. Looks great. Your windshield, same thing, no chips or cracks or scratches. Molding around the windows in great condition, all anchored down the way that it should be, and nice and shiny there, polished up and nice and straight. Even the windshield wipers, you got a nice set of wiper blades and wiper arms on the car. As we come back to the front, of course, you've got that Mustang grille here for '66. Looks in great shape here. Your Mustang emblem there right in the center of the grille. Down below your front valance there, you can see your like your parking lights there. Those lenses and bezels are in great shape, no cracks or anything there. Of course, your headlights, it's just your traditional sealed beam headlight. Glass lenses, no chips or cracks anywhere there. What we will do now is we'll go ahead under the hood and just need to find our latch. There it is. Okay, so that works. The hood lifts up nice and easy, so your hood springs and everything function as they should. Underneath the hood, just as nice as can be here, you can see that same burgundy paint here that's on the rest of the exterior of the car. Looks great underneath here. The engine compartment itself done here in the black. You've got the VIN numbers here on the inner fenders as they should be. You do have a fender tag over here also that have your codes on it. Also, I don't know if you saw, but over on the driver's side door, you do have that, the VIN plate or the serial number tag that they call it there. That is there too. So everything's there that should be there. Now, as far as the engine goes, so as I said before, it is not a 289 motor, but it is a 302. So that's been checked out as far as the numbers go, everything. So it's not an original motor, but a very good running motor. Nice quiet motor too with the exhaust that's on here, but yet it's still going to provide you plenty of power when you're out cruising around. Again, a car like this, it is really a cruiser. Again, just a nice, super nice car. I don't think you'd want to be out hot rodding a car like this around. It's just too nice of a car to really do that. But as you can see on our 302 here, we've got a nice chrome air cleaner there, the air filter element in it's nice and clean. Underneath that, we do have a Holley, I believe that is a 4-barrel carburetor. I'm pretty sure of that. If not though, just check our options there on our website. It will have that for sure on there. But Holley carburetor nonetheless. It's got the stock style distributor and ignition system on it. You can see here, Got your air conditioning right here. Belts are all run. As I said, it is functioning too on this car. So all of your lines, like I said, plumbed very nice here and neat. Obviously, you've got all your servicing ports here that you can get into that if you need to. We do have power brakes. They are disc up front, drums on the rear, so the car is going to stop very well. It is power steering as well, so it's going to steer very well. Now when we go underneath it here, which we'll be doing in just a little bit, you'll see all the suspension, the components and so forth. It does have sway bars both front and rear, so it's going to handle great for a 66 Mustang. Other things with the motor, it's just the stock intake on it. Valve covers, stock heads on it, and it does have the stock cast exhaust manifolds on it with a complete dual exhaust on it. So you have dual exhaust, crossover pipe, dual mufflers, dual tailpipes, the full 9 yards there. Now behind this engine here, we do have that C4 automatic transmission that I mentioned when we were in the interior there. And then as far as the rear end goes on the car, it is an 8-inch Ford 276 gear. It's an open diff on this particular car. But like I said, just an overall super nice cruising machine here for you. Anybody that loves these 66 Mustangs, you're absolutely going to love the condition and the way that this car runs and drives here. So with that said, just a couple more things that I like to go over on all of our videos, and that is whenever you're looking at this on our website, keep in mind that the retail price does include shipping, enclosed shipping anywhere within the 48 contiguous states of the United States. It's also going to include our Hanksters 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty, which basically means if something goes wrong with anything internally lubricated on the engine, transmission, and rear end, you just call us up, you'll have your warranty contract, and we can walk you through the process of taking care of those issues. Other than that, accessories and so forth, add-ons that you might want to do, whether it's to this car or maybe a different car that you might be looking at on our website, just feel free to reach out to us via telephone, email, or text message. Let us know exactly what it is. We do have the ability to locate parts, get them in, and install them for you. Just let us go to work for you and be able to get you quotes on that kind of thing, and we'll do our best to get back to you in a very timely manner to let you know what that would cost to do things like that for you. So with that said, we're all done with the exterior of the car. Now let's get this up on the lift and go through the underside. You won't be disappointed with that either. All right, so here we are back in our shop once again up on our lift so that we can go underneath our next car here to show you the complete underside of this car. This is our 1966 Ford Mustang Coupe here, as we just got done doing the outside walk around video of it. So now, as we always do, we're going to go ahead through this thing all the way front to back. We're going to go through frame and floors, all the drive line, all of the running gear, the steering, the suspension, the braking, all of that stuff, wheels and tires and so forth. Starting here at the front on our 66 Mustang, obviously I can look up here. I'm going to see that, you know, we have the stock radiator in there, which we've already gone over all of that stuff. As far as the front suspension, we'll go over that right now. So front suspension on our Mustang here, it's going to be your typical just stock stuff underneath here. You do have the strut rod style front suspension, all of your bushings there at the frame, at your cross member here and so forth, and back at your control arms. Those are all in great shape. Your sway bar itself here, nice size sway bar here that's going to help this car corner. All of your bushings at your frame, as well as the sway bar end links, those are all in good condition on this particular car too. As far as your upper and lower control arms, again, like I said, just all stock components, your stamped steel components, shocks, ball joints, springs, all of the stuff up here necessary for the suspension to work properly has all been gone through, checked, everything's been greased, all good roadworthy stuff here. As far as the steering, this is a power steering car. So again, your drag length, pitman arm, tie rods, tie rod ends, everything there has been all checked out to greased and looks, you know, all lubricated, looks to be in all good shape underneath here. And then of course the braking system on the car. It is power brakes. We do have disc up front and then drum out on the back, and this is going to be just typical stuff here that you can go to any auto parts store and get your consumables like brake pads and so forth, rotors and such. So you have all of that. So power brakes, power steering. It's going to steer great, it's going to brake excellent. As far as the wheels and tires, we'll take a look at those next up close and personal here. So as far as the wheels go, very nice set of the Mustang Magnum 500 style wheel. Of course, you see the chrome finish here. You've got the Mustang emblem right here in the center caps, and then a nice set of BFGoodrich Radial TAs. Now the size on these is going to be 205/60 R15s, and that's the same size front and back, all four corners. So again, real nice tires, nice set of wheels for our 66 Mustang. Now, looking directly up above me here, we're going to go ahead and start talking about the driveline on this car. The engine per se. This is not the original motor, but it is a 302 cubic inch Ford motor. We've already kind of been over this real briefly in our walk around video, but what things I look for underneath the car, I look at the oil pan all the way around where your gasket would be, as well as the drain bolt, okay? Those are all dry, free from any leaks or drips. I also go back here and look at our transmission. Of course, again, this is the C4 automatic transmission. Our pan on the transmission is nice and dry all the way around, so no leaks or drips there. As far as up here at our bell housing, it does have the cover here, so that's going to protect from any dirt or debris getting in there and possibly chipping a tooth off of that flywheel. Don't want that to ever happen. As we come back a little further, of course, our transmission cross member here is in good shape. The mount itself for the transmission is in great shape as well. And then we come back a little bit further and we take a look at things like our output shaft seal, and that is nice and dry all the way around there too. So that's pretty much it as far as engine and transmission goes. Next thing, as I look directly up above here that we see, is the exhaust system on the car. So starting at the engine, we've got a set of stock or cast exhaust manifolds here. Dual exhaust, as you can see, all the way back. It does have your crossover pipe here. Everything's clamped nice and securely. A set of dual mufflers back there, and then a set of tailpipes, and we'll take a look at that as we get back towards the rear of the car. But the exhaust system itself all looks to be in good shape too on the car. As far as the frame sections here, those are nice and straight, good and square, as far back as what we see here on the Mustangs. And as far as the floors go, these floors look incredible on this car. I don't see any patching, no holes, no nothing. These things look great underneath. All of your drain plugs and so forth, those are all present and in place where they should be. It looks great underneath here. As far as your pinch welds and your rockers on both sides, those are nice and straight as far as the pinch welds go, and the rockers good and solid all the way back along the sides of the car here. Your brake lines and fuel lines, you can see, are all run nice and neat along the floor and then up through the tunnel here to keep things nice and neat under the floor here. And then we'll come back a little bit further. We'll get a good look at the mufflers, which look to be in great shape. Of course, our drive shaft is a balanced drive shaft, so that's going to help eliminate any kind of drive lane vibrations. And then we come back to the rear end here. So at the front of the rear end, your pinion, that's all nice and dry all the way around, your seal and so forth around the case here and around here too, nice and dry. Now this is a Ford 8-inch rear. It's a 276 gear. Now this one is an open diff though on this particular car. As far far as wheels and tires, again, same thing as what we saw up front. We've got those chrome Mustang Magnum 500 wheels with the center caps there with the correct Mustang emblem there. And then of course, those BFGoodrich Radial TA 205/60 R15s. As far as, you know, looking at the back side of the rear end, you do have your drain plug here, nice and dry around here. Multi-leaf rear suspension on this car. As I mentioned, the drum brakes on the rear. It does also, in fact, have the emergency brake all hooked up on it and functional too on the car. As you can see, the shocks are in great shape. Everything looks new under here, all your bushings and mounting hardware. Everything looks to be in great condition back here. And then again, you've got your frame sections back here that look very nice and straight too. Now again, coming off of our mufflers here, which these are just a regular, kind of a standard set of mufflers here. Of course, your tailpipes go up over top of that rear end, exit out the rear of the car through that lower rear valance with a nice set of bell tips back there. One more thing with the rear suspension, it does in fact have the sway bar back here as well. So not only does it have the front one, it's got the rear one too to help tie everything together here and make this car handle very, very good. Fuel tank, this is going to be your stock style fuel tank back here. Again, no leaks around that sending unit. All of your hoses and so forth all look good. Everything, no issues here. Trunk floor that we see underneath here, you're not going to see a whole lot. Again, on these Mustangs, your fuel tank mounts from going in from the top side of the trunk and they set in there. So that fuel tank actually makes up a large majority of your trunk floor. But everything else back here, good and solid as far as that goes. So that's pretty much it. As far as the underside of our Mustang here, again, 66 Mustang, good drive line, great floors, just everything in excellent condition underneath here. So what we'll do is lower this now. We're gonna go underneath the hood, fire it up and let you hear what that 302 Ford sounds like, along with a dual exhaust on it.